Yo, what's poppin'? You kicking it with the coldest podcast in the world. I'm your boy, B. Jones, a.k.a. Bolo, and you know when I'm pulling up to the porch, I can't pull up without my dog.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Big Smitty, a.k.a. D-Nice, a.k.a. D-Nail. And where we at again, Bolo?
Y'all know we in the place to be, so go ahead and tell a friend to tell a friend. Pull up, grab a drink, because this is the porch.
Let's get it.
On the porch, that was where it all began. Had to put in work, every day we got it in. We chased all our dreams and now they can't believe it. We make it look easy, we achieving everything we need. Now we undefeated. If we link, no it's only business. If we get to speak and leave them speechless. I did things for free, but now it costs to see me. When you see me, you ain't gotta greet me. Just don't plot to sneak me. I'ma see it, I'ma stop and watch you lose and get defeated.
You got the green solo?
I got the green solo.
I ain't never seen
the green solo.
Hold it up real quick. I ain't never seen the green solo.
And then you got the red. You got the red solo. It's only right. Christmas is a couple days away.
But we in the holiday spirit right now, man.
Right now. Real
I like
festive
it.
Right
Cheers, my brother. Yes.
Cups in the air. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Welcome to the porch. Happy holidays to y'all tuning in. We got a special episode for y'all. It's good to see you, brother, man. Happy holidays. I know everybody gets real, giddy and cheery around this time, gifts, family. What you got planned for the holidays?
Man, it's kind of weird. I'm out here in LA, so most of my family obviously is back in Indy, back in Naptown. So wifey got to work on Christmas Day. She's a nurse. So Christmas is going to be a little different this year. Shout out to the nurses, man. Shout out to my wifey. Mwah, mwah. Had to give her a quick kiss. But yeah, I'll probably go to my homeboy house for a minute and eat a plate, chill. But I ain't doing nothing special, bro. I'm gonna just use the time to relax, watch some games, some good NFL, NBA games gonna be on Saturday. So I'm just gonna chill, bro. I ain't doing nothing crazy. How about you?
I'm already knowing, I got the two little ones, so Christmas is it's something, in our household. We got to make it happen. But for y'all don't know, I got a 2-year-old and a 4-month-old. So obviously my 4-month-old don't know really too much, but my 2-year-old, he's at that age now where he's starting to understand what presents are, who Santa Claus is, reindeers and stuff. So we got to go all out for him. So it'll be exciting to see him come in on Christmas Day to open all the gifts. We couldn't put the gifts under the tree, y'all. See, for the first time out there having kids under 2, hey, it may be real treacherous. All right, you're gonna be playing with fire if you put them gifts underneath the tree too soon. All right, because the kids, they love to get into them.
Your kids, you think your kids open them up before Christmas?
What is a pig ass pork? Absolutely.
I ain't got no kids yet, bro. So I don't know you teaching me game right now,
bro. I'm just letting you know, bro. Like kids, for one, 2-year-olds, they curious, man. So it looks fun, it looks exciting. It's a box that's wrapped up. 9 times out of 10, he gonna try to get into the gift, and he ain't gonna be scared. He ain't gonna be just shying away. He gonna do it in front of you. He gonna do it when you ain't there. So you might as well just put them joints up.
You're right.
Wait till Christmas Eve when they go to sleep. He or she come into the living room, see all those gifts, man, and have them go crazy then. But I don't recommend you guys doing it, around this time. So give it about 24 hours. Also, too, decorations on the tree. You got to make sure the decorations on the tree are at least, I want to say, waist up. All right, anything that your kid can reach, they gonna grab it. My little one already got out the bulbs, got ornaments, the street ornaments, bro. Anything ornaments, he didn't turn it into his toys. So we got to make sure that we decorate the tree pretty much from waist up. So that's just some little game, for the fathers and the mothers out there, the little ones.
You giving game early. He giving that holiday game, man. So let me take where my notebook. I'm gonna take some notes down. So when baby ready to have these kids, little DJ. Huh? Over here getting ready for work. When you ready to have these kids, we got some free game, man. Keep the ornaments up high. Don't put the gifts out too early. Bada boom, bada bang. I love it.
Easy peasy. Hey, can save y'all. Can save the holiday. All right, can save the holiday for y'all.
You might have started charging for this game, Bolo. $5.99.
No cap.
But let's get straight to it, man. You know how we do on the porch, man. We got to start with some sports. Past week, man, Jake Paul, social media star, YouTuber, knocked out a UFC legend, Tyron Woodley. What are your thoughts, man? I got my thoughts on it. Just on the knockout, Jake Paul's undefeated. knocked out another fighter, another person. What are your thoughts on the fight, man? The knockout was bad. It looked bad.
Now, remind me again, because I'm not too sure, because sometimes I always confuse him and his brother. Did his brother fight Floyd or did he fight Floyd?
Logan Paul was his brother.
Logan Paul
big, taller, bigger.
Taller and big, bigger mass. Okay, but man, Jake Paul, hey, that's a serious boy. All right, I'm trying to let y'all know.
He's serious.
Hey, look, I say that just because this is a non-boxer we're talking about. Okay, this guy was a non-boxer. All right, he trained himself and he got himself to a point where he can actually be competitive in the sport. I get my listeners. I get that he did not. He hasn't really fought primetime boxers just yet. But I think this is just something that is getting him warmed up for that moment. Okay, and his trajectory is looking pretty good. Like he's ascending in a perfect trajectory to be boxing, pretty much professionally as like a professional boxer. Obviously, it started out as pay-per-view, just kind of a couple
exhibition type.
Yeah, internet sensations, a couple influencers, people just kind of getting the hype around. But I think Jake Paul and the Paul family, they taking this boxing shit a little serious, and people want blood, but hey, they making folks pay for it, all right, by putting their face on the mat. Now, I'm not a big Paul fan. I don't like the guy. Honestly, I'll be real with you. I don't like the guy, but you got to respect him for his grind and for him knocking motherfuckers out in the ring, man.
You sound like you got some fear in your heart right now. You sound like you saying that Jake Paul pulled up on you right now, he might knock your ass out. Is that what you saying?
You got me all the way fucked up.
Bolo versus Jake Paul. What's gonna happen?
It's on and popping.
What's gonna happen though? What's gonna happen, Bolo? Is he knocking you out? Is he gonna give you that Woodley business? What's gonna happen?
Look, ain't nobody giving me no Woodley. Ain't nobody giving me nothing. All right, because look, I'm getting in the ring. First off, I'm gonna be real with you though. Jake Paul been training, so Jake Paul got mittens. So if he fighting somebody normally on the street, all y'all capping out there, 9 times out of 10 he may knock your ass out just because he been training professionally. All right, for
about 4 years, bro. He been really training with real boxers, like for 4 years.
Yeah, so his mittens is there, bro. He got a set of hands that a damn near put a motherfucker down. So don't think it's sweet just because y'all seeing him out here box. People from UFC and different influencers and stuff like that. Shit, he'll get y'all right too, but he ain't knocking me out though. Oh, mammy.
Right. So
he ain't knocking me out.
Nah, listen, I definitely feel you, man. Listen, I've gained a little bit more respect for Jake Paul after knocking out Woodley and beating him twice, because Woodley is even though he's a UFC fighter, he has knocked out people. He has power in his punches. So Woodley could have definitely knocked out Jake Paul. He's a guy who uses his hands in the octagon in the UFC. Now, Woodley is still a better wrestler on the ground than he is a puncher. If anyone watches UFC, Tyron Woodley is a legend. His last few fights, late in his career, didn't go his way, but overall, he's a legend. Very athletic, explosive. Again, has knockout power, but is known more so for his ability on the ground wrestling. So again, I definitely gained more respect from Jake for knocking him out, but still, and you kind of pointed towards it, I need to see Jake fight an actual boxer.
A real boxer.
It don't need to be no Canelo. He ain't ready for nothing like that. I'm not crazy. It could be an amateur, but just fight an actual boxer. Like it could be somebody who got a 2-0 record, 3-0 record, fighting boxer, and then let me see how you rock. You beat Nate Robinson, a little basketball player. I beat Nate ass respectfully. You beat Askren or whatever. He's a UFC fighter who's 100% known for wrestling. Like he has no minutes. I'll beat his ass hands up today. He's only good at wrestling. He got knocked out with a knee by Jorge Masvidal. He has no hands. So Willie's the first guy that he has beaten that does have hands, but he's still not a boxer. So I do think we've underestimated Jake Paul and thought he's just a YouTuber. He just this weak white dude. Woo, 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 woo. No, he can fight. He has power. He's been training. He's better than your average dude on the street. If he fights some dude on the streets, Jake Paul gonna win. But I want to see him find an actual boxer. And if he starts doing that and beating them, then he'll gain my full respect. It's the reason why he's calling out UFC fighters and basketball players. He know what he's doing. He ain't silly.
I agree. I agree 100%. For one, I think he's a hell of a marketer as far as being able to get people to actually jump on his bandwagon to say, hey, I beat your ass, let's fight. Or, him to stir up some type of beef or drama to get all of the media bought into it. And now everybody's paying, out the wazoo for these pay-per-view fights. So I get it from like a business standpoint, but I also get it from a level of, okay, let me get comfortable in the ring too. Let me get adjusted. Like, I don't want to just go into the ring and start fighting professional boxers. That's just kind of like, how they had a D league or they have like the farm teams in baseball, right? I'm not, right. If I'm new to the sport or, I love the sport and I've been working, I've been crafting. The first thing I guess one of the things I wouldn't want to happen is them to just throw me in the fire. All right. If I'm a pitcher that's just coming, they draft me out of high school and I'm still crafting. First thing I want them to do is throw me in the fire and put me on the mound, in the 5th inning, with, Trob at the fucking plate, right? So I don't want to. I want to warm up. All right, let me put a couple pansies, I guess, come up to the plate. Let me get my arm right. Let me throw a couple pitches to get comfortable. Just like Jake Paul, let me throw a couple punches, get comfortable in the ring, make a little bit of money while doing it. Once I'm seeing success, who knows? In about 6 months, he's like, okay, now I'm comfortable. Now I can start fighting real boxers.
But hold on, let me jump in, bro. Me and you, we former athletes, both play football. So that'd be like me and you trying to get a warm up. So we're playing against the basketball team in football and we're beating their ass because they don't know what they're doing. And now we feeling, we big and bad. We tough. We this and that. They play basketball. Yeah. They soft. They different. Go play your football players and see how you rock. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you could play a lower level football team to get your confidence. Again, I'm not saying go fight Canelo. I'm saying go fight it could be a below average boxer, but let it be a boxer, somebody who's been training.
Somebody really about their life. Yeah, right. I get it. All I'm saying. I get it. And I really think too, I don't know. I don't even research or know anything about Jake Paul's, his crew or, his team on, what their thought process was. But I could guarantee you that when he first fought Nate Robinson, it wasn't, he did not imagine his career being where it is now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he just maybe thought it was like, hey, let's make some money. Let me, just fight, some slaps or fight, a basketball player or a couple basketball players, get a couple views and get my dollars up and then go from there. But now I think his camp is really sitting there, talking to him and his brother. And they're like, hey, you guys probably can really make some bread off this, and really get yourselves primed and ready to actually fight real fighters. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's where they're going right now. Obviously, I think a lot of things from UFC to boxing is transferable. But like you said, obviously that's mixed martial arts and, you just throwing hands in the ring. So, there is some things that translates and there's some things that may not translate. So it will be interesting to see him fight just a complete boxer who is practicing and they have matches that are just, consistent of them doing what they're doing in the ring. So I agree. But the boy Jake Paul, man, he's hate it or love it, he putting people down. I mean, I don't care if it's your grandma, your mom, your auntie, you stepping in the ring. Hey, I mean, that's what he doing. He talking his shit while doing it. So
Jake Paul knocking grandmas out, Bolo.
Man, look, it's like that, bro. They getting paid and they knocking folks out. I mean, you gotta respect my man's hustle.
Let me ask you this, man, because there's been a few fans out there and some articles written that people been really examining the fight, and people are saying that they think Woodley gave him like a little sign to let them know, hey, like the fight is rigged. It's time for you to knock me out. I couldn't see it. It was real subtle. If it was rigged, these guys are wonderful actors. I don't think it's rigged. But let me ask you this though, bro. How much money would you have to get paid to let somebody knock your ass out? What's your number, Bolo? Yeah. Everybody got a number, bro.
Hey, look. It just depends on what day of the week it is. Yeah, look. I ain't gonna cap. I ain't gonna do nothing under the sun. I'm gonna let you know. Somebody professionally want to pay me to knock me out.
Yeah.
As long as you ain't messing up my liver, you ain't knocking my eye out, you ain't messing up my hearing. If I can just knock out, you can just knock me out and I can be unconscious and wake back up, then I'm cool.
Yeah.
Go ahead, knock me out for a smooth meal. Fuck you talking about? You knock me out for a meal, I'm cool. I'm getting up, I'm straight.
Oh, me, nigga, I'd do it for 500,000. What you talking about?
No, hey, no cap, for real. Go ahead.
I need cash though, no taxes.
Cash.
I need cash, no taxes. Elon Musk with it.
Soon, look, I don't even want them to count to 10. As soon as I hit the floor, motherfucker, I better get that motherfucking shit routed to my account right away.
I need half before the fight, just I can feel comfortable. Other half after the knockout.
Low key, I'm gonna need it up front. I might need it up front. If you're gonna knock me out, I may just need it up front for real.
Right.
But I know we got all macho, we got a lot of pride, but I'm for real. If you want to go ahead, because I know you was talking about it. He trying to, they talking about $5 million for a fight. I'm like, $5 million.
Jorge Masvidal, he's a beast. So he's an active UFC fighter. So he's the one who knocked out Ben Askren, another dude that Jake Paul had knocked out with his knee. Jorge's a beast. Now he UFC fighter, but he's straight hands in the ring. So if Jake Paul can knock his ass out, now I might have to come along. I'm gonna have to, give full respect to Jake Paul. I think Jorge came back and said, since he's still signed under contract with the UFC, he was like, man, like he said, if you can guarantee $20 million and if you can do that, then I can break off, Dana White and the UFC X amount, and I think they'll be cool with it. But just at $5 million, Dana White, who's the commissioner or whatever at UFC, he probably wouldn't allow it because I don't think Dana White really liked Jake Paul. He don't like his UFC fighters fighting and boxing. I think it's a bad look for him, especially when they're getting knocked out. Now, Woodley's retired from UFC. Ben Askren, I think, is retired, so those guys can do what they want. But since Jorge's an active fighter, we have to figure some stuff out. I think he actually countered the what Jake said and said, hey, how about, again, $20 million, and instead of me coming to boxing, you come to UFC, we fight in the octagon, but we can only box, but we do it in the octagon. And he said we can put something in the contract to where if I do anything else outside of boxing, I'll lose mine. Like I won't get paid at all. Just to make Jake feel comfortable. Because I think if you make it a UFC event, it's easier for Jorge to do it since he's on contract. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Versus him going to the so it's basically they'll be boxing, but it's in a octagon, the UFC ring, if that makes sense.
No, that makes a lot of sense.
So we'll see what happens though, man. Listen, regardless of how you feel about Jake, the shit's entertaining, and I'm gonna watch that shit. So
and I'm gonna watch that shit, and that's the thing about it, man. Like I love boxing. I got an extreme amount of respect for a lot of the boxing greats, and even though this guy and his family, they are internet influencers and social media crazy in the era we living in. I mean, he bringing a lot to the sport. He bringing people that aren't even boxing fans, to the sport. So, obviously a lot of people hate him, but I do believe, in my opinion, that he is giving the sport a little bit of some notoriety. Because sometimes, in boxing will have its dead periods where you're like, who's doing what's going on, trying to figure out, who's the champion, who's going to fight who and things like that. So this guy, I think he's just literally stepping in and filling that void and keeping boxing hot for a little while.
For sure, man. And last thing from me, Colin Cowherd earlier today on his show, The Herd, was talking about Jake Paul. And he was saying, listen, again, this entertainment, I love it. I love it. I love to be entertained. And he's like, listen, Jake Paul may not ever be like a legit boxer, right? But maybe he's creating his own lane, and this celebrity boxing is going to be a whole new sport. Like maybe it's like a legit new sport where influencers on social media, former athletes from other sports literally come together, and this becomes like a big time new sport. Like back in the late 90s, that's when the UFC first started. And when it first started, it was nothing like it is today. These guys it was crazy. It was like no weight classes. It was eye gouging. It was like backyard brawling type stuff, right? And they had to clean a lot of stuff up. And now we see where the UFC is at today. It's a possibility that maybe Jake Paul is starting like creating a new lane and a new sport. Like who knows? But at the end of the day, man, hate him, love him, like him, whatever. He's making money, bringing attention to the sport, and his family's eating right now, and he's doing it off the stream. This is why I love social media, bro. This was a regular old dude from Ohio, leverage social media and maximize it and it's changed his life. Like these stories is why I personally love social media. So shout out to you, Jake Paul. Man, Bolo said, hey, if you want to see him for a meal,
come see me.
Yeah, man.
Bring that check with you too.
Bring that check. Yeah, well, let's switch gears here, man. We got to move to our culture segment. Yesterday on Twitter Spaces, which is like a like an audio part of Twitter where people can join like a chat room and discuss and talk. And there was a legendary Twitter Space chat where Jay-Z, Hove joined in, and they asked him about Verzuz. And Jay-Z said no one could stand on the stage with him, not a chance in hell. is what he said. Not a chance in hell anyone can stand on the stage. He said he's not going to ever do it, but if he did it, it wouldn't even be a competition. I strongly disagree. But Bolo, talk to me, man. Do you agree with Jay-Z or is this cap?
This is cap, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Now, I say this is cap along the, I guess, along the standards of which Verzuz is set up. Okay. Mm-hmm. Everybody that is arguing and talking about Jay-Z are talking about the albums, you know what I mean? Blueprint, Reasonable Doubt, just kind of all of those great, influential just albums that came out that just changed the game at whatever point in your life that you was in, right? But these verses is usually 20 songs for 20 songs. So we're not going album for album, right? So I can put up, I got a list of people. I can put up a list of artists that I know can give you 20 strong songs that can compete with Jay-Z's 20 song strongs. And I'm not saying that Jay-Z is not the GOAT. He is the GOAT. He has represented hip hop in so many different decades and has impacted people in a tremendous way. So he is the GOAT. Okay. But I'm gonna just tell y'all this though. When I'm in the club and when I'm driving, I'm not telling the driver, I'm not telling the DJ to throw on Jay-Z. That's just not what I'm doing.
All
right. But that's just real. Like I can listen to him, you know, on my time, but he's not an artist that you can just listen to day in and day out. All right. And for y'all listeners out there, I know there's a couple cappers out there who say they ultimate Jay-Z fans. Everybody out here that's saying that Jay-Z fans, y'all just saying that because he go he with Beyonce.
It's a popular thing to say, bro.
It's just popular, right? I only can really count on my probably 5 fingers people who legit listen to Jay-Z talking about like the albums and like Jay-Z from back in the day and can rap word for word, right?
Right.
But a lot of people just cap just because it's Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the 50 Cents, you know what I mean? I put 20 songs up. 50 can do it. Kanye can do it. Wayne can do it. You know, there's so many people that I believe can bring us 20 decent songs to compete with Jay-Z. So
20 slappers though, bro. Thank you. Super cat. And listen, I appreciate the competitiveness, the cockiness. You know, that's what hip hop really stemmed from. So of course Jay-Z's gonna say that. You know, talk your shit, Jay-Z. Talk your shit. I respect it. But it is cap. You mentioned, everybody know I'm a huge Lil Wayne fan, but this ain't about being biased. Lil Wayne got like 30 songs. 30. If they went 30 for 30, I feel very comfortable. If you add in features, you add in mixtapes, you add in no ceilings. Stop playing with me. I am not a human being. Sorry for the wait. Carter 1, 2, 3, bro. This man got hit. So don't tell me. And that's just Wayne. We ain't talking about Ye. Ye got some shit. Got some shit, but I know you know, obviously. Like,
and I just think it's just a hierarchy thing too. I just think people respect Jay-Z so much that like the Jay-Z's, the Lil Waynes, you know, all those guys. I'm not gonna say that they'll bow down to Jay-Z, but they respect him to a point to where they have put him on that pedestal. You know what I'm saying?
It's like Tom Brady, bro. Right? So like we all say Tom Brady's the GOAT. We say that it's a combination of like skill set, stats, mostly because of how much he's won and his longevity. But there's an argument to say he's not the most talented quarterback. He's not the most skilled quarterback. In my opinion, Peyton Manning was a much more skilled quarterback, which is why he got drafted number 1 overall. You talk about today, Aaron Rodgers is a more skilled quarterback. Mahomes can do more from a skill standpoint, but when you talk about longevity, success, winning, what you've done for the sport or what you've done for the rap game, I compare Jay-Z to Tom Brady. Jay-Z is the GOAT, but I don't necessarily believe, and this is my opinion, I don't believe he's the best necessarily bar for bar, hardest lyricist of all time. No, he just been consistently great for a long ass time since I was a baby. You know what I mean? So like, to be like he rapped with Biggie, he rapped like to think about that. He rapped with
so
Biggie.
Many decades, bro.
Cool with Biggie. Like he's still relevant today, 2021. Right. You know what I mean? So like you gotta call him the GOAT, but I'm not calling him the GOAT in terms of like he just the best, like he say the best shit. Nah, it's like LeBron, you might call him the GOAT because of longevity. Tom Brady, longevity, Jay-Z, longevity. But if we talking about a versus, we're talking about bar for bar, skill for skill, man. You better wear latex because you don't want that latex that I think I'm latex. So wrap it up. Stop playing with me, man. Hey, Wayne said, hey, First of all, I'm an East. R-I-D-E-R. Peace. I will R-I-P these boys, or at least put their ass up in V-E-R. Put the pump to his chest like CPR. Stop playing with me, Bolo. And don't sleep on Gucci. Don't sleep on Gucci.
Now,
Gucci got 20 songs. Gucci got 20 songs.
Now. D-Nell, let's not get crazy now.
Gucci ain't got 20.
Not get crazy.
Gucci ain't got 20.
He has 20. Okay. Now I will say this before we get a little carried away. All right. Gucci, I love Gucci. Gucci is hood legend. He's an international star now. He has paved the way for a lot of, people in the South. But his quality of music, it ain't touching Jay-Z's though. His quality it's not fucking with Jay-Z right now. Now Lil Wayne, Kanye, Drake, even T.I., like some of those guys with their quality of music, can keep up with Jay-Z a little bit, but Gucci put out heat. Gucci's cold. You don't really rock with Gucci, bro. That's why you saying Gucci, that, bro.
But I'm just Chicago, saying, bro. You don't really rock with Gucci.
But you gotta make it make sense, though. When you're doing the verses, bro, you gotta make it make sense. You just can't have somebody like Gucci going against, a Jeezy. It wouldn't make sense. But who I think will be a good person, because Jay-Z kind of do a lot of stuff, and I think she does a lot of stuff too, bro. You're gonna think I'm tripping. Missy Elliott, bro.
Missy Elliott and Jay-Z?
Bro, Missy Elliott and Jay-Z, bro.
That's interesting. I respect the hell out of Missy Elliott.
Just off the strength of the songs, bro. Like Missy Elliott catalog is stupid. Like,
it is crazy.
I don't think it's too many people that I know that could go against Missy Elliott, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe Mary J. Blige, or but it's not too many people. It had to be a GOAT. You know what I mean? You just can't put anybody up against Missy Elliott.
What about Missy Elliott and Busta Rhymes?
Busta Bus is
in terms of just like they're kind of. You remember they video?
They're kind of similar, yeah. They very creative. They kind of got that feel to them, but at the same time, bro,
catalog ain't long enough.
Bro, Missy Elliott is done with it, bro. She done with it, and I think
sing it to me. What's your favorite Missy Elliott song?
I can't stand the rain. It's my window. I can't stand the rain. Hey man, Missy Elliott, and then the videos is dumb.
Spitting on motherfuckers. Her videos go crazy. That shit was hard though.
But shout out to Jay-Z though. I think Jay-Z. He one of the last living legends of the 90s. That's still you got your Jay-Z, got
Snoop.
Your Snoop cool. I love Snoop, bro. I love Snoop, bro.
Snoop got some shit.
I don't know, bro. I love Snoop, bro, but I don't think Snoop fucking with Jay-Z though.
He got 20.
Now he has 20, bro. He has 20.
Again, his verses. I'm not saying overall. I'm just saying you talking about verses 2020.
Yeah, I think a lot of people got 20 bangers to throw out, right?
Snoop got some
I'm just thinking about the quality though, because I'm just thinking Jay-Z gonna throw out some quality. I know you're gonna miss me. Yeah, we went together with like Nike Airs and Chris T's. Yeah, I kind of messed that up a little bit, but I'm just saying Jay-Z got some shit. Like the quality of music is just dumb.
I feel you. Go on, but your shoulders off. Go on, but you gotta get that dirt off your shoulders.
Hey, Jay-Z, that dude, bro. I'm just
he got some shit.
I'm thinking about it, but I think it's right for him to talk his shit though. He deserves it, but don't think it's sweet though, Jay-Z. We'll get people on your ass. We got a couple people
for sure.
Go 20 for 20 for you.
I call Wayne right now. Set it up. Stop playing with it, man.
Because even though we talked about him before, hey, man, Drake a motherfucker too, though.
I ain't want to say it. I was waiting for you to say it.
Drake fuck around and go 50-50 with somebody, bro.
He'll sing against Jay-Z and get motherfuckers
get on his melodic about shit.
It. I just want to let it roll. And just have motherfuckers confused. They don't know if it's a verses or what. They don't know what's going on.
Bro, he got that one song, bro. Drake make a song, bro, how all the women confused, bro. I don't know what he said on one song, bro. He said, should I stay? Should I go? I don't know. Like he just letting you know he don't know. He gonna go, confused. He gonna leave, he gonna stay, but anything, he gonna let you know, but he don't know.
And then he'll drop another song and he on some thug shit. He on some kill shit. That's why I like. That's why Drake's in the conversation. His versatility. He can do it all.
He can do a lot. He can do a lot.
He can definitely do a lot. But speaking of Drake, man, you know, Drake make a lot of love songs. You know what I mean? A lot of softer songs. So me and you was still having a little conversation offline. I don't know if you want to jump into that real quick, or I mean, how you feeling right now?
We can definitely touch on it. I think this would be something for a lot of people to listen into it and get their thought process on it. Some people may agree, some people may disagree, but I think this is definitely a good conversation to at least just kind of skin the surface a little bit on.
Let's do it, man. Well, I'm gonna let you set it up, man. I know you brought it to the table talking about love. Set it up for us.
So we're gonna talk about love, y'all. So there's a lot of different ways that word can be interpreted. But I think as a society, us as millennials, as we continue to grow old, I think that word is slowly but surely being overused and misinterpreted, right? So you gotta think. So Darnell and myself, married, developed a foundation. You see the rings on the finger. Developed a foundation, on the principles of love, right? Of what that means and things like that. But I think when I look on social media, when I look at relationships, when I just kind of read posts and stuff like that and hear stuff back to back, love can be overrated. It can be. I say that because I just took a couple notes on this. So my personal definition of love, all right, it is true love is actually self-love in my opinion. So I think we are taking the word love out of context and using it as a crutch in all types of situations. So what I mean by that is when you think about it, everything that you love for one reason or another may not be good for you. So it could be alcohol, it could be drugs, it could be food. And what happens is usually when we love something, sometimes whatever that thing may be, a person, place, or thing, it may not love you back. So what happens is we get attached to those emotions to that person, place, or thing. And we feel like the love is not being reciprocated. Then we're the ones that end up getting hurt, right? On the back end. So I just think, in order to have a great relationship, to, see success and to really love on somebody and be in love with somebody, it has to be built on a foundation of having your back. All right. Someone have your back, someone being loyal and someone understanding. I think when you have those components put together, I think it gets you to a place where, you can overcome a lot of things. Right. So think about love, right? People who are in love, they sometimes go through domestic abuse. You got people who, may love the wrong thing that is for one reason or another, causing them harm or causing their family harm for the things that they love. So there's a lot of things that can get you in trouble for loving something that may not be good for you, right? So I just think it's a situation where you really got to understand yourself, define self-love for yourself. Once you define what that self-love is for yourself, then that'll begin to pour out and people will see that. And then they'll have to meet you at that place, at that point of where your self-love is. And then now you're able to really, start that foundation, that we call a relationship.
That's deep, man. I definitely agree with a lot of what you said, man. So many relationships, and this is not talking about like mutually exclusive to like, marriage and stuff like that, even a friendship, right? It doesn't start off with love. Think about people who you're very close with, people that you love now. Outside like your blood relatives and family, those are people that you had to work up towards loving. And how did you end up loving them? Because you loved them because of loyalty, because of they're fun to be around, because they're easy to talk to, they listen to you, and over time you build that love. But love alone isn't the answer to any relationship. And like you said, there's so many people who get divorced and break up and things like that, and they still love each other. But the other stuff they were lacking in, maybe the loyalty went away. Maybe the person isn't listening like they used to. Maybe they can't talk to them the same way. Maybe they're just not happy. They lost that spark. They still love them, but that's not enough. You know what I mean? There's so many times though you see couples and friends and things like that. They'll stay in an unhappy relationship simply because they love the person and they just don't want to like hurt them in any type of way. But deep down inside, they know that this ain't right, and this ain't what's making them happy, and this ain't. So it's like, man, love is a powerful thing. It's very important. I would almost say vital in any relationship, but it isn't the foundation. It isn't the first thing. Like when you first meet somebody, a significant other or whatever, when you make that first eye contact, you don't love them. You like, all right, shit, she look good as fuck. I'm gonna go talk to her. And then you talk to her like,
yeah,
it's a lust, right? Let's be real, it's lust. Then you talk to her and you or him or whatever, and it's like, okay, good person. We got a lot of similarities, intelligent, got a lot going on for him, for her. And it's like you end up getting closer and closer and closer, and then boom, now the love comes.
Right.
So it's like love to me is a verb, it's an action, and it takes steps and takes work in order for you to love. But love alone can't sustain a relationship.
Facts. And to that point, specifically, and one thing that I was just thinking about when you said that is the word love, and my people out here who are in love, beautiful thing, right? Once you actually experience being in love, it is a beautiful thing, right? But I think sometimes, you know, especially millennials too, and then that's why, you know, the divorce rate too is, you know, at or above 50%, because I think we go right at it and just assume like this love is going to be everything. Like that's the total equation, right? So people are listening to, you know, these fairy tales of like, all we have is love and that's all we need to get us through this time, right? Absolutely not. That is not the case. I hate to say it. I hate to be that guy to say that, but
keep it real.
You need a little bit more, man. It's more to the equation of having a successful relationship, a successful marriage, or whatever you want to do that you're in love with. It's more than just the LOVE word, right? There, it's an endearing term. But what I do think and what I do know is once you verbally say that love, that I love you to that person or that thing, it then gives you an exclusiveness to that person or that thing. It makes you feel like you have a piece of that thing or you own that, right? And it may not even be reciprocated, right?
Yeah.
You know, you may love, you know, doing something that's not good for you, right? But it's not being reciprocated. Or you may love that person specifically, but it may not be reciprocated. But by you verbally saying that and by you, you know, getting that out, now you feel like you have an exclusiveness to that person because, you know, you're in love with that thing. And what happens is we end up getting hurt. We get hurt by it. And we put ourselves through so many different trials and, you know, different hurdles because for the ones we love or that thing we love. And, you know, we turn out to, you know, be in bad situations because of that LOVE word. So I just really think it should be always established by loving yourself. You know, when you love yourself, that shit will outpour. People will see that. And when you have that self-love, people will then see that coming from you and then want to meet you at that point. All right. To then provide you with that same love that you're giving yourself.
It's contagious. Like you said, like people can see that you love yourself. You know what I mean? It's as crazy as that might sound. It's just a different energy around somebody who really loves themselves first. Because if you don't love yourself first, you can't properly love other people.
Come on.
Properly.
Come on.
So it has to start internally. You got to have that love for yourself. You have to figure out, get to that space, spiritual space, whatever you got to do to get to that point where you love yourself. And once you get that set up, it's so much easier to love others. And it'll happen naturally. You won't have to force it. It'll just kind of gravitate to you. So I appreciate that, bro. And
now the kind of segue to kind of put this stuff together a little bit for my listeners out there who watch Insecure and know some of the characters and come to some of the situations. We got Issa and Lawrence, and we got Issa and Nathan. So obviously, you know, my people who've been following the 5 seasons, you know.
Spoiler alert coming up. Let's say that real quick. Spoiler alert. We're about to talk about the show, the last episode. If you ain't seen it yet, press pause, go watch it, come back. All right, jump in, Bolo.
Go watch it, come back. So just kind of give y'all a big picture, right? So obviously Lawrence is kind of, I'll call Lawrence Issa's forever boo. Right. Just someone who's going to be around no matter what happens, what shakes. You can probably catch Lawrence at the cookout in the corner, peeping on Issa, making sure she all right and doing well. I think that's just what their relationship has evolved around the last few years. No matter what happens in their relationship, I think they'll always be there. That's that forever boo, right? Then you got Nathan. You know, you got a guy, you know, a little rough around the edges, but I think he's providing Issa with some consistency. He's providing her with some being loyal. But at the same time, it doesn't seem to me that Issa's happy though, right? She's chasing true love, right? So, but when you chase true love, right? Or what she think is true love. What do you think happens though? There comes the problems, right? That comes, you being stressed out. That comes, the baby mama drama. That comes just a lot of trials and tribulations and a lot of messiness with being in love. So that kind of goes back to my point of that LOVE word where, obviously you have some exclusiveness to that person, by being in love, with him or her. But ultimately it does result in a bad situation, if you force that love shit on people, man.
Bro, you spitting facts, bro. I love how you brought it all together.
Man.
That's a great point. Issa, like, she loves Lawrence, but she's tried the relationship like multiple times, and she knows
look at the stress she's been through.
You're right, it don't work. But because she loves him, she keeps thinking about him, keeps going out to him. A few episodes ago, she had called him and hung up late at night, and now she's having these little flashbacks, or not even flashbacks, like visions into the future of what her life will look like if she goes this route versus this route and things like that. And it's crazy. It's like she has a good thing. Like, it took me a little time to really, to start messing with. Yeah. Right. But Nathan seems cool, and she seems to be like he's actually trying. They're looking for an apartment, and he's doing everything he's supposed to do right now. But in her back of her head, she's still like, but
it's not Lawrence.
It's not Lawrence, and it's because of love. It's nothing Nathan can do because he can't be Lawrence. You know what I mean? And I also say this: she loves Nathan as well.
Yeah,
she loves both. But what she's doing is she's causing conflict of interest. She's causing confusion, and as soon as these fellas even see each other, they already feel intense, and they arguing about who got the best barbecue, Cali versus Texas, all types of stuff, and it's crazy. But it all stems from her, Issa, just not making her mind up, putting her foot down. It's okay to still love Lawrence. Y'all had a long-standing relationship, like friendship, everything. But you got to move on. You can't let that love mess up something good that's going on right now.
Facts. And it's like, I love this thing, right? But sometimes love can be our biggest enemy, where if you continue to go face to face with this love, right? Mm-hmm. Sometimes you can be overpowered by that love word because you thinking it's empowering you, but it's not. It's really taking a lot out of you. All right, because you hear people sing it all the time. Like, loving people can be exhausting. Like, doing stuff can be exhausting. Like, it's real, and obviously we put love on that pedestal where it's like that is the word, the term of everything, right? All the way back to the beginning of time of them saying like love God. People are associating that type of love, right, with people that are causing them pain. And it shouldn't be like that. I just think at the end of the day, when you with your wife, your husband, or whatever, your significant other, and y'all putting y'all ingredients in the basket to figure out the foundation of what your relationship is going to be about. I just think you should leave love out of it for right now, because once all of the things underneath that basket gets created, then that love is ultimately just going to be in there regardless. Like, you can never get rid of love. It's going to be there, right? But don't have that as the basis, because sometimes that love does run out.
So just to make sure I'm understanding you correctly, are you almost suggesting, like, when you're starting a relationship, not to chase love necessarily, like to chase loyalty, chase, joyfulness, chase?
I want you to chase,
because those ingredients will make love. Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Got you.
Because, I mean, you have self-love, right? You love yourself. All right. So that alone will give you enough to make sure that you need and have everything that you want out of a relationship or whatever you're needing, because now you have expectations.
Right.
So with that self-love, that gives you expectations. And with the expectations, that gives you, what you want out of a relationship. And, and it lets the other person know, hey, this is where I'm at, in this ordeal. And like I said, love is inevitable. So it's going to happen. It's going to come, but I don't think, people just fall in love quick and things like that. I mean, sometimes it happens, people, say it's love at first sight and things like that. But I just think for something to last and for something to be sustainable, it has to have some concrete foundation on it. And love is one of those things where it's a lot of variables that come with that love, a lot of pain behind it too. And, unfortunately, that's why a lot of people end up, getting divorced after 3 years, because they think that, love is just the only way that they can make their relationship last, and unfortunately, it's not the case. So
they lacking on the other shit that they ain't paying attention
you feel
to.
me?
Nah, that's real rap, bro. And I don't believe in that. We ain't gonna talk about it right now, but I don't believe in love at first sight. I think it's lust at first sight. But we could talk about that on another show, maybe. So let's transition. I'm not go ahead.
But yeah, so I wanted to go back to Insecure, right? Okay. So the funny thing about it was I did watch the episode, and then one thing you mentioned was the barbecue. Them at the party.
Yeah.
Right, because Tiffany's leaving, they getting ready to go to Denver, having a go away party. Nathan brings Issa to the party. You know, obviously they got mutual friends with Lawrence. Lawrence pulls up on them. And at some point in time, all the men gathered around and they had a conversation, and they were talking about some of the best barbecue in LA. And, you know, Nathan talked about, you know, being from Houston, having some good barbecue and things like that. So they kind of exchanged some words a little bit. But, you know, as guys, we always either misinterpret things or look into something a little bit too much. Right. I think for Nathan, I think this whole episode, I'm fucking with Nathan. I'm understanding where he's coming from, how he's feeling, because he's already in a foreign environment. You know what I mean? You go to a kickback, you know, with your girl. You're not from there. You know, last thing you want to do is just have a conversation with somebody that you don't know and you look weak, or you know what have you. And you want
to a motherfucker, boy. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying. So you want to have your chest out. You want to make sure, you know, especially if you know your ex-girl guy, the guy is there, right? You know, you want to make sure, you know. For me, I damn near probably wouldn't even been in the whole little on the scene,
little circle with Buddy.
You know, I wouldn't even been in the circle, you know. But you know, you get older, right? So you grow accustomed to having those tougher conversations, and you know, obviously you get older, so everybody's had a girlfriend, boyfriend, ex, and things like that. So there may be certain situations that you may have to walk across at some point. But it's just funny to see how people just misinterpret information and just take it and run with it.
No, it's funny, bro. Man, bro, it's just funny because it's such a manly scene, like, right? Because like we all got so much pride and so much whatever. So like them arguing about barbecue, but we know what they really like arguing about.
You feel me?
Behind the scenes and stuff. They talking their shit. Like he's like, well, shit, maybe you ain't really from LA, so you don't really know how to barbecue is. He's like, well, when you had the best, you don't need to eat something lower than that. You know what I mean? You ain't had the best. So it was just funny, bro. Going back and forth. Shout out to Blood Souls, though. Black-owned barbecue out here in LA. It is fire. Now, I'm not saying it's better than, I know Texas get down with the barbecue, but Blood Souls is fire. You come out here, Bolo, go to Blood Souls. But anyway, yeah, bro. Blood Souls, crazy. And they talked about it right there during that scene. But yeah, bro, it was a funny ass scene. And obviously at the end, they almost threw hands. Lawrence was tripping a little bit. I'm gonna be real. Like,
I think he was too.
That wasn't a part to say that. Like his homeboy, I can't remember his name earlier in the show. Geeked him up. So shit, if it was me, I'm gonna do everything I can in my power to make sure you know I don't lose or whoop. So you know your homeboy can really geek you up and got you feeling like you know confident and courageous. But that wasn't the time or the place, and it was hella disrespectful, bro. Don't come to my girl, bro. Talking about this, that, and the third.
Extra. So you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna turn up just like Nate did.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he already was feeling some type of way because Buddy pulled up.
Right.
You know, so he on edge anyway. And for you to just be on some like, you happy, yes or no, like you giving her, you know, making her answer you and you know,
right. And being a little firm too, though. Like, that's my shorty, bro. What you want?
Better. It's just like it's damn near like it's a better time and place for that. And for Issa, like I don't know what Issa could have did to try to defuse the situation. Maybe
that wasn't her fault that time.
It wasn't. Like I hate to say it, like I wish I could put the blame on her. You know, but
well, also the bigger picture, the situation is her fault. Like the bigger picture,
she should have never called his ass.
Facts, but that particular scene, she was just taking out the trash or doing something, and came around the corner and was like, "Ooh, Lawrence." So you know, and she tried to avoid it and everything. He was blocking her off. So in that particular situation, she couldn't really do anything. And she tried to walk off when Nathan came around and tried to defuse it, but at that point, it was a wrap. You know, like you said, that boy Nathan was just waiting. He was already on edge.
He was like, waiting on the pop.
I wish a nigga would be in my seat.
Everything. He was ready. So,
everything, bro. So, yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go to our closing segment, man. You know, at the end of each episode with a fun game. And with it being Christmas here this Saturday, we're going to play a game of this or that Christmas edition. Let's start off talking about just the movies, bro. So I'm going to get it started. Home Alone or The Grinch? I'm going with Home Alone all day. I think Home Alone is one of the best movies, period, of all time. Watched it as a child. I can turn it on right now and watch it. I'm going Home Alone. But what you going with? Home Alone or The Grinch?
So I'm gonna go with Home Alone 2 when they was in New York. That's probably one of my favorite Christmas movies. I love that one. The Grinch is fire too, but ain't nobody fucking with Home Alone 2.
Home Alone 2. So not the first one though. You ain't really rock with the original.
The first one. I do like the first one, but I just think Home Alone 2 gave me a different vibe when Kevin was on his own. He was throughout the city in New York.
Hotel with it clean and shit.
Hotel with it, bro. He went to his uncle's little building, set up a whole bunch of little booby traps and shit. Was kicking their ass. Like it was just like something that I would enjoy watching. It was a big spin to it.
100%, bro. 100%. Okay. Next one. Friday After Next or Bad Santa?
Santa Claus, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Street Fighter 3. Hey, I'm going with Friday After Next, bro. I think it's a classic. Some people did not think it was a Christmas movie. I'm letting y'all know Friday After Next is in fact a Christmas movie. All right,
1000% a Christmas movie, bro. You watch it comes on fucking every TNT every Christmas. First time I saw it was on bootleg around Christmas. Every time I see it is during Christmas, man. Friday After Next, man. Come on, bro. Cat Williams,
got to.
Crunching on your balls on one more so misled. All right, next one. And I don't know if you've seen both of these because I know I haven't, but I know it's a legendary movie. Die Hard or Gremlins? Now, real quick before you answer, like you just said about Friday After Next, a lot of people debate if Die Hard is an actual Christmas movie as well. You know what I'm saying? So,
true.
What would you go with? Between the two.
I've seen Die Hard before. There are a couple different Die Hard movies, but I don't think I've seen like the Christmas edition Die Hard. I seen Gremlins probably when I was way younger. Them little furry
thing. Yeah, I ain't seen it. I ain't seen them in a minute.
Things, right?
Yeah.
So I'll probably have to say Die Hard just because it's probably more relevant. I've seen it recently. So
yeah, I'll probably go the same way. Action movie, you know what I mean? A little bit more intense. It doesn't feel like a Christmas movie per se, but I felt like I think it came out around that time and people always watch it around that time. So all right, this last one. So this ain't a movie. This is songs, right? Better Christmas songs, Mariah Carey or Gucci Mane? Talk to me.
I'm going Mariah Carey, man.
See, you don't rock with Gucci, but it's the second time you didn't
love
Gucci, bro.
I love Gucci, bro.
Gucci, if you listen, bro, Bolo don't love you, bro.
Hey, Gucci, 1017, Brick Squad.
Nah, don't try to say it. Don't try to say it now.
Hey, I love Gucci, man. But check this out. Mariah Carey really sets the tone of the holidays, bro. When her song come out, I don't want a lot for Christmas. Hey, it just sets the tone. So
it's overhyped, bro. You play the same thing. My boy Gucci just dropped another Christmas album, bro. Every year he drop a Christmas album, bro. Check me out, bro. Be about to drop. Hold on. Here you go. Hold on. Hold on real quick. Hold on, Bolo. Come on, bro. You ain't come on, bro. Stop sleeping on Gucci. That shit came on hard.
Be hard though to be this
hard.
Stupid. Mariah Carey, bro.
Mariah ain't got nothing like that, bro. She got one song. Come on, be real.
But bro, it's the song that kicks off the holidays, bro. Like, just imagine going into the holidays not hearing that song, bro. Right after
I don't want to hear it this year.
You hearing that song, bro.
I don't want to hear it this year. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I think it just everybody put so much hype around it that subconsciously you feel like it's the shit. It's all right. Bro, it ain't all that.
It gets us there, bro. It gets us ready for the holidays, bro.
Man, shout out to Gucci, man. We're gonna get Gucci on the board.
Disagree, bro. I got one more question for you.
Shoot.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's Christmas time, right? We got Christmas in a couple days. All right. So tell me about your family's tradition. Are you opening gifts on Christmas Eve or are y'all opening gifts on Christmas morning?
Oh, so okay. Growing up, right? So I would always have the option to open up one gift on Christmas Eve. Me personally, I never used it because it's something about the actual Christmas Day, waking up early as hell. Like as a kid, I would get up super early on Christmas Day, just naturally, no alarm. You know what I mean? And it's something about just seeing all the presents out there at once. I don't want to. It's almost like if the full meal ain't done yet for dinner, I don't want to eat a side. I don't know. I want my chicken, my macaroni and cheese, my collard greens, cornbread, all on one plate. So that's how we do it, bro. We open them all up on after Christmas Day. And then from there, we'll like travel. We'll put some pajamas on, bro. We'll go to grandma and them house, see what they got, got over there, auntie, whatever. And we kind of just, again, bro, my family real chill. We just relax, find any reason to eat food, and to kind of go that route, bro. What about you, though?
Bro. Man, it's funny. So it's 4 of us, right? So I got an older brother, a younger brother, and a younger sister. So my sister is 10 years younger than me. So obviously kind of under 10 years old. It was just me and my brother, and then my little brother was real young because he's 7 years apart from me. So when it was just me and my brother, we used to try to sneak into the living room 3-4 o'clock in the morning to see the gifts because we ain't really had a chance to peek into the gifts or see where the gifts was hiding at. So there were certain situations where our mom would let us have the console, or if it's like a new game come out, we'll it'll be bad because she'll give it to us at maybe 10:30 at night, the night before Christmas, and we'll stay up the entire night playing the game or playing with that one toy or whatever until we wake up the next day. Probably get 1 hour of sleep and wake up and open up the other gifts, bro. So man, that's good times, man. You miss it, It's one of those things where as you get older now, you look back on some of those times and you like, man, I wish I can get some of those times back. So it's important to make memories, with your family during this time, for my folks out there, happy holidays to y'all. Make sure y'all love on the ones that love y'all. Life is short. It's another holiday. We're going into another year. So make sure y'all love on the people that love y'all, because tomorrow ain't promised. All right. Laugh, turn up, celebrate each other, give each other y'all flowers while y'all can. All right. And enjoy each other's company, man. Make those memories.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, same for me. Happy holidays to you and your family. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy each other's company. I know I miss those, just that feeling I had as a kid on Christmas. Like, I still appreciate Christmas today. Don't get me wrong. But as a kid, it just hit different. You wake up, you were just so excited. Like, you were so happy to just be up there with the family and seeing the gifts and food. It's like the best day ever. So like, we as adults got to kind of dive into our childhood, our inner child, right? And figure out a way to bring out that joyfulness and that excitement in a different way. Because like you said, man, tomorrow ain't promised. Life is short, and family, friends, loved ones, that's all you got, man. So yeah, definitely appreciate that. Yes, sir.
So you already know y'all rocking with the best. Hey, we appreciate our loyal listeners. All right. So for our loyal listeners, all right, we got one task for y'all. All right, get us more loyal listeners. All right, that's all we looking for. All right. Hey, peace, blessings, and love. Y'all know where to find us at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast from. We'll be in tune. Yep. All right, we are on the porch, baby. All right, it's the holiday. My boy got his red cup. I got my green cup. This is the porch. It's your boy Bolo. It's your boy D-Nail. Like, subscribe on Instagram, D Porch Podcast _. Click the link in the bio and you know what's up.
Yes, sir. VIP Watts, talk to us.
Peace.
That was where it all began. Had to put in work every day, we got it in. We chased all our dreams and now they can't believe it. We make it look easy, we achieving everything we need. Now we undefeated.